What's up, everybody? Welcome in. It is our official, somewhat official, 54th annual CMA Award pre-party. Getting ready for the show. Of course, coming up at 7 Central on CBS. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, radio.com. Feel free to share that as well. I'm Jesse Addy. Welcome in. You listen to her. It used to be you listen to her at work. Now she's people's morning show, I think, in a lot of it. People are just getting out of bed. Katie Neal is here, everybody.
Hi, hello. Happy CMA Day.
What are you most excited about for the show tonight?
I would have to say probably the performances. It kind of, feels like a little bit like a concert. Like I'm just excited for live music.
Yeah. He's on the radio. I guess Holly's like running the controls right now. But welcome in. I got to say, this show sounds amazing. You know, no one has more artists on the radio in their whatever format in New York City. Rob of Rob and Holly.
What's happening? Thanks. Happy CMA night. I'm super pumped for Brothers Osborne. We just got to talk to them a little bit earlier today, and I think as far as musicians goes, artists who write their songs and play all their songs, they are the best, guitar slingers around. So that'll be the opening of the show with the Charlie Daniels tribute. Yeah,
that's going to be fantastic. Of course, that coming up at 8 on ABC, tributes as well to Joe Diffie from John Party and a lot more as well. So you listen to her right after The Bachelor's on ABC. She loves ABC. She loves CMAs, everything. Sabrina from Queens is here. I think with the best lighting. You have the best lighting of the night so far.
I do, but I cannot say that it is natural. I do have some artificial lighting in front of me to, enhance the experience for all of our listeners tonight. So
most of these that we do during the day, I realize I don't have any night lighting. So
I'm looking a little orange over here for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that.
You look fantastic,
Sabrina, I need some help. I need some lighting help.
I'll hook you up with a ring light. Send me your address. I got you.
Lauren Davidson is here. We love her.
Hi
to Lori Webb. Who's let's see. Britt says she misses concerts, don't we all?
Same.
Yeah. Oh, I was just telling this story about Lewiston, Michigan, where I did the 4th of July kickoff from the Wi-Fi spot in Lewiston.
Lewiston is where we normally do a Harley Davidson bike trip to Lewiston. I used to do it every year with my parents, and man, that was a heck of a time. It was called the Thunder. Was it Thunder Run or something? I'm sure she knows of it.
Donna, can you confirm?
Isaiah's in here. Yeah. Who else is in here? Comments are coming in so fast. Let's see. And who do you think is going to win Entertainer of the Year? That's the big reveal. So coming up tonight on this show, hang out with us. We'll walk you right up to showtime. And basically, at that point, we're going to give you our answers for Entertainer of the Year. But coming up, Luke Combs is going to be chatting with Rob and Holly. Katie sat down with, were you sitting during I think you were sitting.
Yes, I was seated. I was seated
with Maren Morris. And also Kelly Ford chatted up with Dan and Shay too. So excited about that for sure. Let's talk about this just announced. Now, COVID-19 was an issue. We know about that. And then all of a sudden people had to step up. So Florida Georgia Line not performing. I think this may be related. Just announced Kelsey Ballerini just today. I think is filling that FGL slot. Obviously, Charles Kelly from Lady A is taking over. I don't quite understand why Luke Combs is not performing with Carly.
I thought that's the same thing. I don't know why, but I think Charles is very excited about filling in.
Yeah, and Sabrina, you talked to Carly yesterday. Yes. What was the story of how Charles Kelly ended up in that spot?
I asked her, I was like, did you just randomly say, I want to sing with you tonight? And she told me that Charles asked her, listen, I would love the opportunity to do it if you'd let me. And she was like, are you kidding? Absolutely. So that's how that happened.
Yeah. So we're excited to see that performance as well. They keep popping up. Lots of surprises tonight, including Kelly Ford popping into the show.
Hey.
What's up?
Have we talked about the alleged Florida Georgia Line?
I was just going to bring that up. I don't know if you guys heard, but
is this late breaking
drama? Someone just unfollowed someone. One of the guys, was it Brian or Tyler who unfollowed one or the other?
Oh,
the last I saw was Tyler unfollowed Brian, but now I have seen that they have since refollowed.
The plot thickens.
Yes, it does.
I think they're just trying to stir the pot a little bit. Maybe give us something to talk about tonight. What do you think?
Well,
if you want press, it's the way to do it.
And the backstory on that is that, not to get political, but obviously Brian had tweeted something about let's get back to shows, and then Tyler had all of a sudden COVID and had to quarantine. So I don't know if that's related, but
Well,
Crazy times.
It seemed like maybe like much of the nation, there may have been some political divide.
A little bit.
Like everybody's
knows?
entitled to their opinions, and so I don't know. It's very juicy. We don't have any confirmation, but there does seem to be a
thing.
something. Hopefully they'll listen. They're too great to. We're all families. Sometimes we fight in families. Sometimes we, get drunk at events and we have to say we're sorry.
Mm-hmm. We got to Kelly's got to give us, can we get the sideways guy? We need the sideways guy, don't we?
Yeah. You know what? I knew you were going to say that. Sideways guy is an issue because I have this very.
Look at this.
No.
This is a professional production. There, look at that. Now you're
There
full
we go.
screen.
Yeah, okay, good. Now I have to hold it though, but that's cool. Well, I'm on a budget.
All right. Well, when you need to
see you
rest,
guys.
you let me know. Kelly obviously spends time doing the morning show, waking up in New York City, and paying parking tickets as well.
And I want to be clear,
Oh,
those
my.
are parking tickets. And
Not lost ballots.
Let's see. What is going on there, Kelly?
You know what? It's a learning curve, okay? It's a learning curve. I believe I have finally figured out alternate side parking now. And after, I am not joking, literally circling the Upper West Side for 7 hours.
Mm.
And then I was like, okay, I got it. And then I got my guy, because if you're in New York, you got to get a guy. So I got a parking guy. He didn't help. Obviously, with the tickets. turns out PBA cards don't really help with that either.
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, they're getting a lot of my money. But I think I also talked about it on the air, and I think at the end of the day, if you have a car in the city and you don't have a garage, you can just bank on like one ticket a month. Just budget that in.
Is that what you're telling yourself?
That's what I'm telling myself.
Deborah says the funniest woman in radio. Hello, Deborah. Yankee Steffi's up in here as well. All right, let's get to announce an award right now that was handed out just a little bit ago. And obviously this is the performance that's Lee Bryce with the COVID-19, but musical event of the year winner. Congratulations to Carly Pearce and Lee Bryce.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very
What a
nice. So
competitive category too. I mean,
For
they were
sure.
up against Dan and Shay and the Beebs.
yeah, I mean, entertainer of the year, which you're going to pick in a little bit. That's one of those categories where I'm not going to bat an eye at whoever wins that. So we're excited. All right, you want to pick an award? Let's get to picking an award.
Yeah, I like
Pick
this
'em.
part.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting you up to CMA Showtime, 8 o'clock on ABC, 7 Central, if you're watching it across the country. Up for New Artist of the Year, Jimmy Allen, Ingrid Andress, Gabby Barrett, Carly Pearce, and Morgan Wallen. Katie, Neal, what say you?
I think that Morgan Wallen has taken this one.
I think it's going to be close. I can't disagree with that either. All right, Sabrina, what do you got?
Dare I say this is the toughest category of the night? But I'm gonna go with Ingrid Andress.
All right, I like it. I like it a lot. Rob, what do you got?
All right. You know, it's funny. I was just talking to my wife about this category, and I mentioned Jimmy Allen. Always rooting for him for a lot of stuff. But she goes, well, Jimmy Allen, he's been around for a really long time. Why is he up for New Artist of the Year? And I said, well, you're new for a really long time when it comes to country music. So, even though Jimmy Allen has been around for a few years, I think he should have won it already. So for this year, I'm going to go with Morgan Wallen as well.
Yeah. I think, wait, Kelly, did you pick yet? I'll go last.
I did not.
All right, Kelly.
Now,
What
if
do you
we're
think?
picking for hair, hands down, Morgan Wallen. I mean, he brought back the mullet, and that is one big party in the back. But I think that I'm going to go a twofer for Carly Pearce. I think it's her year. I think that's a good sign that she won the musical event of the year. I think she's the up and coming darling. I think she will take home New Artist of the Year.
I could see that. And when I talked to her earlier at backstage, she had said, I asked her, I said, is there an award you want to win over another one? And she said that she really wants to win New Artist, that would like mean the most to her.
I love how Katie's like, when I talked to her backstage. You don't need to
we
name
did.
drop with us.
It's a virtual backstage. We'll let you guys know. I'm letting
Yeah.
everyone else know we spent the day backstage on our computers on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were in your bedroom. She was backstage. You got to make that clear.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
here in my
my bet.
basement. It's not that glamorous.
When I talked to Carly Pierce, she was backstage.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to go with Morgan Wallen. I think when you think about hits, momentum, the only thing, like the SNL thing was kind of weird.
I hope
in
they
some
don't hold
ways.
that against him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the voting was like done, at that point. So I got to go Morgan Wallen. Super
that's
excited. Obviously, everybody jumping on. This, by the way, is our CMA pre-party and walking everybody up. Obviously, Kelly Ford, Katie Neal. I mean, you can see who's here. So we're getting you ready for this big award show. Now, you may have not. Obviously, Rob is with Holly, new to the radio station, and Rob has got possibly the miniest mini-me of all time.
Oh,
There he
what a
is.
muffin. Oh my
Look at
God.
this.
Cutie.
That was- Yeah, that was just the other day. We haven't went out to eat or done anything in forever, and it was really nice and warm out, the other day. So I was like, let's just go, let's do it. And he did really well for not getting out much.
What's it like? Because I know there are a lot of country stars with with young kids in a pandemic. What's it been like for you as a new parent in the pandemic?
It's been good, to be honest. I mean, we're used to being, just like artists, we're used to being on the go 24/7, and every weekend there's a concert or an event, a charity event, whatever it is. So I was not home a lot, and then go to being home all the time. It's challenging at times, because for a while there, when we first really went into lockdown, we didn't have anyone over the house. It was just me and my wife and our son Emmett, and we were doing everything, both working from home, taking care of him with no breaks, no help. And so, it got a little tough. It got a little challenging at times, but to be able to spend more time with him during the period where he's changing and growing the most is just, it's been awesome, really.
Yeah. That popped up before I wanted it to, but anyway,
Yeah, you're like,
this is like the most random picture.
tell us about your goat, Rob. That's how
Let's explain.
So Rob,
Enough about your baby.
Yeah.
so in the stack, obviously we were going to talk about Holly, who's running. She's running the radio show right now.
Yeah.
But Holly obviously is goats. She's got horses. This is the before. This is the after.
Ooh.
So
And then-
jealous.
Wow.
Katie Neal also is a farmer, but an Instagram farmer.
Yes. That
This
is how
is
they
like-
know me.
Legit.
Nice pumpkins.
Thank you.
This is
Apparently, Holly is going to make scarves out of the the wool. Is it wool?
Angora? Is that
No,
Angora?
what- I don't-
What is Angora?
She might be able to pop in for a minute here soon. Hopefully, she'll be able to clear it up for us. Who knows?
Well,
I mean, if you have
anyway.
any question about animals, she'll be able to answer it for you.
I barely carved a pumpkin, and of course Holly's gonna knit a scarf off of a sheep that she sheared.
Yeah.
This is very good staging too. As I'm looking at this, this is like somebody. Was this is this a functioning vehicle? Do you think, Katie? Or they
I
just
don't know.
wheel it out
Well,
everywhere?
it definitely says "Do not climb on the truck." I noticed
I was
that.
gonna say, are we gonna neglect that sign that says
Listen,
"Don't climb on the truck"?
Did it for the Insta.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Love
come and
it.
tell me to get off the truck.
All right, let's check out now. Obviously, a lot to put this show together. So we were able to catch up with quite a few artists backstage during rehearsal, including Kelly Ford. We're going to check out a little. There's a clip, Kelly, of you and Dan and Shay. Set the clip up. You don't know what it is, but set it up.
Well, I talked to them, and we had such a great conversation. And I said, you know what, Dan and Shay, I think I got it. I think I'm there. Of the 4 nominations you have, like, which one would mean the most to you?
Oh, okay.
Or choice number 2, Justin Bieber has never been nominated for a CMA.
Okay.
Must be cool to show Justin the Biebs.
Let's see
So
the clip. Let's see the clip that we
Roll
picked.
it.
Roll.
4 nominations. So proud of you guys for Duo of the Year, and 3 associated with the monster hit 10,000 Hours. You got Video of the Year, Musical Event of the Year, and Single of the Year. And you guys get to perform with him. I mean, are you nervous to perform with the Biebs?
Not till just now, till you reminded me of how nervous I should
You're
be.
welcome.
But I am a little bit nervous in a good way. I'm more excited, I would say. This is we haven't got to really have that moment of celebration with 10,000 Hours. We just had like the year anniversary of the song. So it's kind of crazy that we haven't got to, obviously with everything that happened, we're excited to kind of get back with him and to hang and be able to perform it. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also mostly just kind of excited.
And it's your guys' house. It's got to be cool to be the one showing the beeps. Hey, here's what's really going on.
I feel like everybody outside of the country world just wants to be a part of it. And when they get an experience, they're like, this is so amazing. It's so welcoming. It's like, it's just such a family. I mean, everybody gets along, and I think other genres kind of look in and they're like, we kind of want that. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of pop artists gravitate towards collaborating with country artists. I mean, I think it's just like uncharted territory for them, and it's really cool. So we're proud to wave that flag and to do this. I mean, performance with Bieber. I know his fan base is excited. We are too. And hopefully we can bring home a trophy or two. You know what I mean? I think it would be his first country music award. So if we could be a part of that, that would be cool to have our names on his shelf.
Definitely.
Very, very nice, Kelly Ford. Good job. Good job. I think you pretty much
Nailed
predicted
it.
the clip too.
Nailed it.
Let's go ahead now. The guys obviously are up for, as you mentioned, one of the categories, Single of the Year with Justin Bieber, going up against Beer Never Broke My Heart, Luke Combs, Bluebird, Miranda Lambert, The Bones, Maren Morris, and I Hope from Gabby Barrett. You did the interview. You get the first pick, Kelly Ford.
Wow, all smashes. To quote Sabrina, dare I say, this might be the most difficult category because obviously these are all smashes, monster hits. I got to go with my boys, Dan and Shay and the Beats. Yeah.
You're not swayed that you're best friends and just did the interview, but
No, I really think it's just, I mean, you just look at the people that reached, the streams that had in the gazillions. Right. That's an official number, the gazillions.
Katie Neal, what do you got?
Are we doing who we think will win or who we want to win? Like,
Do both.
is there a difference?
Q.
I made notes for both on mine, so
I would
you
go
did.
with the
Okay.
Bones for who I want to win.
Rob did the extra credit. Okay. Each of these songs have a really cool story in their own. I love Beer Never Broke My Heart, but I also think that Gabby Barrett, like, what a great year for her. And I hope, so I'm going back and forth between the two of those.
Mm-hmm. Rob, do you have your list with you? Can we see the list?
Yeah, I don't know if I have some note.
Look at this.
Oh, it's clear as day.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Woo.
Well, actually, I didn't do the who I want to win and who I think will win for all of these. Basically just entertainer of the year.
Yeah.
So for single of the year, it was definitely, I think it was a toss up between Dan and Shay and Luke Combs. But I will say, when I go back to 8 months ago when we used to have a bar gig once a week. And anytime that Luke Combs song came on, every single person in the bar would scream it at the top of their lungs. So I'm going with Luke Combs.
Nice.
I love it. Sabrina, what do you got?
I mean, obviously, we know I'm the biggest Luke Combs stan on the face of the earth. And I would love every ounce of him winning single of the year because all I can think of is when I hear that song, just like smashing my head against like something, hoping I break it. But I really do think that Gabby Barrett is going to take this one because I can't think of a time not hearing this song and like not belting it out at the same time. Like I feel like this is a huge year for her, and I think she's going to take it home.
Follow-up question. Would you
follow
break
up.
your head or whatever you're banging it against?
Hopefully a little bit of both.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Both.
I feel like, and I don't know you guys, here's the weird thing that's clears it for me or cinches it for me. When I hear Gabby Barrett with Charlie Puth, I don't like the song. That not because like, oh, they ruined or anything like that. There's such like a moment where she's just in her pain and in her like just alone. Like I hope he, she cheats. And to me, because it made me appreciate the song even more, I'm with Sabrina. I think Single of the Year goes to Gabby Barrett. I hope. Just saying. Who else is in here? Cassandra.
Are we taking bets on this with each other? I forgot to ask if we're putting any money on these picks.
I know there's no like Venmo pool going.
I'll send a little Venmo pool. Everyone just, up your ante.
We should have done that.
Well, we're going to go through the interns, as many as they are going to go through and tabulate all our picks, and then whoever wins,
All of them.
All of our interns are so many.
Dan and Shay, I think Luke Combs is going to win, says Yankee Steffi. Let's see. BT says Gabby's going to win with us. All right. Let's pick. We're in a picking mood. Let's go to Album of the year. It's coming a little heavy. I should have pushed this to the end. I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, this is tough.
Another hard one.
All right, let's
This
start
is like
with
the
Rob.
hardest one for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you got?
Let's see here. I tell you what, I think again, it's hard for me to choose. If I were to say who I want to win this award, I would say John Party. Who I think is going to win? I think Luke Combs is going to go home with like 2 arms full of trophies tonight. I think it's Luke Combs. I think it's him again.
Luke's got to bring a wheelbarrow with him to get all these awards home.
Yeah.
Kelly, what do you got?
I tell you what, I am Miranda's #1 fan. I do believe Luke Combs will win it, but I will say in the who will win and who I want to win in this category, truly one of my favorite albums of all time is that Old Dominion album. I want that to win. I love that album so much. I love all the other ones too. I do believe that Luke, like Rob said, will take that one home.
Katie Neal?
I also agree. I feel like that album did so well for Luke. Like he just released a deluxe version of it also. But I every time I listen to Wildcard, I find a new song that I love even more. I'm torn.
I think
Sabrina.
when you vote though, she'll get I don't want to skip ahead, but I think she'll win a really big one. And I think people cancel some of their votes out. So they go, oh, if I give her that, I'm going to give him this. Anyway.
What
That's how
inside
I
source
vote.
do you have?
Well, I vote.
Oh.
So yeah.
It's important to vote, people. America.
We did too.
Sabrina, what do you got?
I mean, it's not even a question. I think it's going to be Luke Combs. I want it to be Luke Combs, but I am also with Kelly that Old Dominion album just hits different, and the same way Katie feels about Wildcard is how I feel about the Old Dominion album. So, but I think it's Luke Combs' game to win.
Luke Combs got so much momentum. He's got the Entertainer
Yeah.
of the Year. He's got so much happening. I have to think that Luke, like Rob said, is going to win. I'm trying to think of an award he's going to lose out on. There may be one.
Female.
But,
Female artist. of the year. Not going to get that one.
you never know. You never know. Now, Miranda, I don't know if we talked about this. Miranda has the most awards, nominations, I should say, at 7. So there may be some momentum there. I will say this. The CMAs, sometimes like the Grammys, like to pick the most artistic album or, surprise everyone. And if I had to say, it might be that outside pick, Ashley McBride.
Ooh, yeah.
I would actually love to see that.
I
She's
would like
great.
that.
I could see that could be a moment where everybody that, that is kind of a casual country fan, there are no sports on television tonight. There's no football, basketball. So a lot of non-country fans are going to be watching the CMAs. It may be a moment like, who's Ashley McBride? And then once they do that deep dive, once they do that Google search, it's a game changer. So we're pumped to find out. Now, it is time to hand out one of our own awards, by the way. This is the winner of Letting Themselves Go Just Right. This person just let the mullet go. I think you might know who this is. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Letting Themselves Go Just Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so perfect.
I don't know if you
Mr. Dirk Bentley, everybody.
I don't know if you can see this. We talked to him yesterday, and I was like, "Bro, I let my hair grow out too, and we look a lot alike now, I guess."
I kind of thought from behind that was going to be.
I
a
did
picture
too.
of Rob.
I thought it was like an inside joke.
I was like, where did you get a picture of the back of Rob's head? This is
That's
getting
awesome.
weird.
Hold on a second. Is this not? Maybe this is wrong. Let's see. Look at this. Give us the.
The resemblance is
Look at
uncanny.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, runner-up for Letting Themselves Go Just Right.
Yeah,
Rob Stone.
Thank you.
Rob and Holly, live across America, 7 to midnight. Boom.
Appreciate it.
Love it. All right. So we've had a great time. This is obviously leading up to the CMAs. Don't forget, 8 o'clock on ABC. People jumping in here. Let's see. Nancy says hi to Karen DeLuca. All right. Fantastic. Sorry. I think she's talking about Ashley McBride.
Same.
Let's see. Cheryl says, agree, Jesse. I'm not sure she agrees on which pick for me. But, Kelly got out, and then Kelly's back. Yeah. All right, Katie Neal had a chance to talk to Maren Morris. You've brought a clip. Set it up for us. What do you think it is?
I think that this may be the clip about Maren Morris wearing Dolce & Gabbana this evening and them flying out to fit her. Am I correct?
Let's find out. Roll the footage.
Speaking of clothes, what are you going to be wearing for the CMA Awards?
So I am wearing on the carpet Dolce & Gabbana, and they were so sweet to fly out to Nashville this week for my fitting and do the full experience, Dolce experience. So I'm really excited. I feel like, I've been postpartum and so ready to feel like myself again. And I feel like when I put this dress on, it was like I was me again. So I'm excited to be on the carpet with it.
Oh, that's so awesome. In 2020, I feel like you spend so much of the time, everyone does, just kind of at home in your jammies with your hair up. So getting to put on a nice fancy dress and feel like your sassy self. That's so great.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, on your whole handful of nominations. We're so excited for you. And 3 of those nominations are for your song, The Bones, which I know was a very personal sentiment and story to you about your relationship with Ryan. What has it been like just seeing the song continue to soar through this year and be so successful?
I feel like it's had many lives. It started as this song about my relationship with Ryan, and then sort of transformed into a song that became the anthem of the early 2020 crap year. It's I love that it sort of transcended love song and became a song about our country and our world right now that's at a standstill. So that's always an unplanned magical thing, is when your song becomes something else that what you initially intended it to be. So I love that it's kind of become this positive anthem to get us through this pandemic, and for it to be nominated at the CMA Awards by my peers is a huge honor always. And it's also my co-writers Laura Veltz and Jimmy Robbins, who wrote The Bones with me. It's their first Song of the Year nomination. So I'm excited for them because it's their first time to go.
Nice job, Katie.
It's always after an interview, you think of the follow-up question you wish you had asked. And I wish that I had asked her, what exactly is the Dolce experience? Because that's something I have not experienced. And I would very much like to know what that means.
Yeah, I feel like she's basically, that's something her peers have had, the Dolce experience. Mm-hmm. That's something you have to be very famous for. All right, so we're going to pick one of the categories that Maren is in, female artist of the year, but we brought some help. Now, one of the things that Rob talked about, being out of bars and going to gigs and everything, we just miss all of you right now. I'm always somebody's like, you're on a text chain, and Kelly hit this right. It was I miss you, I miss everybody. And some of these people I have not seen for 7-8 months. So we're going to bring on some people that are huge friends of the radio station. We like to call them missners. They are listeners that we miss.
All right.
Fresh out on Long Island. What's up, Dawn?
What's up, guys?
Hi, Dawn.
Dawn's got her wine.
I've got my wine. I've got my snacks. I've got my vintage Luke Bryan shirt.
Love it.
Good.
Dawn has been somebody that we've done so many events, and she's at all the events, and we love her as well. But we couldn't just do a New York and Long Island. We got to bring in a guy that always has the best tailgate at PNC, is Jason Aldean's #1 fan. Don't even attempt it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Carrie Tracy into the big show here.
Hey.
Look at that. He's got LD fine.
I'll be right behind me, right?
Come on. We are so glad that you guys are able to jump on with us and help us pick the female vocalist of the year. Let's start, Dawn. What do you got? Who are you thinking?
Oh man, it's one of those things where if it was if you want to go out and party on Broadway with, it would be Miranda Lambert. But female, I'm going Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood says Dawn.
I saw
All
her
right.
at the Garden last year. She slayed it. Love her.
Yeah. All right, Kelly Ford, what you got?
Well, again, this is who do I think will win and who do I want to win. But I'm holding out for Miranda for Entertainer of the Year, so I'm going to go with Carrie for Female Vocalist. And they're both amazing. Listen, all those women are badasses. I'm just super impressed with all of them. So I'd be happy with any of them winning for a variety of reasons. Like Katie said earlier, Ashley McBride would be a total wild card. But yeah, I'm going to go with Carrie in this category. I'm
All
not
right.
with you, John.
Mr. Rob, best lighting of the StreamYard today.
I don't know about that. I turned out looking orange for some reason.
What do you got?
Let's see. I highlighted. I don't know. I'm like I'm changing my notes almost. I really they're all phenomenal. I think women in country music has been a big thing in the last few years, right? Trying to make sure that there's more of that. And I think we're starting to see that, which is amazing. But I think the person who stands out the most to me in this year in particular is Maren Morris. So I'm going to go with Maren.
I like it. Solid pick. Let's throw in Jason Aldean's #1 fan, Carrie Tracy, live from New Jersey. Who you got?
I got to go with my girl Miranda. I can't turn my back on her. So I'm going to support her, Miranda, all the way.
For sure. All right, Sabrina from Queens. I think I know who you're going to go for.
Do you? I really would love it if Maren won. She's my girl, and that girl album is absolutely phenomenal. But I think this year was a huge year for Miranda, and I think she's going to take it.
All right. Did we hit everybody except me?
I haven't gone yet.
Katie Neal.
Katie Neal.
I'm going to throw a curveball because I was between Miranda and Maren, who I thought would win. But then today, Casey Musgraves posted in her Instagram story she had on one of the same face shields that everyone was wearing at the CMAs, and it looked like she was outside of Music City Center. And she's not, I believe, on the list of performers or presenters. So if she would be there, it would be because she was maybe going to win. Maybe she's nominated, so that could be why she's there. But I feel like if a lot of times, like if you're not going to win, they don't have you fly in for it, but she is there.
Right. Katie may have missed this announcement that we made earlier during the show. Kelsey Ballerini performing.
Nice.
That's going to be awesome. A little hole in the bottle.
Wait a minute. Were you talking about Kelsey?
No, I said Casey.
Oh.
Casey's the one who's nominated, but nobody else had picked Casey.
But a nice ad for Kelsey, because if you remember, Kelsey was really vocal.
I apologize.
About being snubbed, right? So I believe they added her because she was very vocal about being snubbed this year.
She totally should have been in there.
I agree.
So I'm sure the CMAs went, oops, let's definitely include her.
All right. We got about 10 minutes before showtime. Of course, ABC for the CMA Awards. I will just say very quickly, Carrie Underwood, the show, I think I'm much like Dawn. The show at the Garden was unbelievable. And every show across the country as well. So I got to go with Carrie Underwood. All right, let's get to now Male Vocalist of the Year. Let's start with Carrie Tracy, live from New Jersey. What do you got?
Eric Church.
Who's your honorary winner? Or I guess is it Jason Aldean? How is Jason Aldean not nominated? Right?
How is he not in there? It's beyond me. It should be every year. But unfortunately, we got to go with who they picked. So I'm going to go with Eric Church because Crazy Land is an amazing song.
Kelly Ford.
Luke Combs. Done.
Sabrina.
I mean, obviously, I have to go with the current reigning champion of Male Artist of the Year, Luke Combs. But I would actually really like to see Chris Stapleton win it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here we go.
Because he's never won anything.
Are we on Male Vocalist or Entertainer? I'm confused.
Never. I think everybody deserves to thank him for not coming out with this new album till this Friday.
Yeah.
Right, so thank
Such a good
you.
point.
Somebody else can win. He's great, though.
Katie, what do you got?
Are we on Male Vocalist or Entertainer? I'm lost.
Male Vocalist
Male.
of the Year.
On Male Vocalist, Luke Combs.
All right. And Dawn, who do you like?
I like Luke Combs for that. They're all good. But in the spirit of the New Jersey and Long Island competition, I don't have a life-size Luke Bryan, but I have a framed picture.
that.
Dawn for the win. Rob, who do you like?
All right. This is another one of 100 awards going to Luke Combs tonight. He's gonna in all the headlines tomorrow. It's just gonna say Luke Combs takes all the awards at the CMA.
C. The C is for Combs and CMA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're the Luke Comey Awards, I think is what they call them.
Commies.
I'll have to go with Luke Combs as well. I think that's a big. So let's thank our honoree. Can I pull it up real quick? Yeah. The listeners that we miss. So thank you so much. Terry Tracy.
Hey, thanks for having me, Katie and Kelly. We'll see you next year.
Save me a
For
white
sure.
claw at the next tailgate, dude.
Wait, no, we got
Oh, PBR
Okay.
always.
All right. Doing PBR. And Dawn, thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers. Miss you guys. Have fun tonight.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm the newbie around town, so hopefully we'll see you soon.
You have never. We'll talk.
All right.
We'll talk.
Love you, Dawn.
Is that Rob blushing? No, that's just the
A little
orange.
bit. That's right. Yeah.
She thought you were Dirk Bentley, Rob.
I was Doug Douglason yesterday during our interview, though. If you guys, I don't know if you.
Oh my God.
That was hilarious.
I did dress up. Yeah.
Nice.
That's so awesome. All right, so let's get to it as we get. We're just a few minutes away from showtime. CMA's on ABC, and earlier Luke Combs sat down with Rob and Holly, and it went like this.
What's up, Luke?
What's up?
Just hanging out, man. Congrats on being nominated for every award ever, and even some that haven't even been invented yet.
Yes, thank you.
And also, it was the last CMAs. It was pretty awesome to see someone like Garth Brooks go, "Hey, call you out of the crowd and say you're going to be next." And then now you're here, Entertainer of the Year nominee, man.
Yes, man, it's pretty crazy. I think, we always had, starting when things really started taking off. I think we always had a goal of, one day getting nominated for this, and I don't know if we thought it would happen this soon. Obviously really, really grateful to be just in the conversation, and it's a little bit intimidating, and hopefully we win. And if we don't, then we'll see him next time, I guess.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to know if you're going to be wearing these amazing shoes when you accept your award.
I'm going to be wearing them on my ears, actually, as like earmuffs. Yeah.
These are the best things in the universe. And I didn't realize that you had so many versions of Luke Combs Crocs. I started looking at the website. I'm like, this is fantastic. And they all sell out.
Yes. It's been fun. It's been an interesting thing for me, and it's been a lot of fun.
I can't. Were you part of creating the giblet? I call them giblets, but I know it's not a giblet like on a turkey.
Yeah.
But that's what I think of every time. And I was like, were you part of creating the idea behind all that?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm heavily involved in the whole process, and it's just a fun thing to be a part of, and I'm glad people love them.
Some nice work, Rob and Holly talking to Luke Combs.
That was
Luke very chilled.
That was our new. Yeah, that was part of our new podcast we're starting called Croc Talk.
Yeah.
I want to know how Holly got her leg up there like that. I was like, that is on her foot? It's clear up here.
I think that's why she's not here tonight.
She injured herself.
She pulled it. Yeah.
All right, so obviously Luke Combs up for Entertainer of the Year, along with Eric Church, Miranda Lambert, Carrie Underwood, and Keith Urban. We're 4 minutes from showtime. Everybody pile in with your comments as well. Let's start with Kelly Ford. Who do you got for Entertainer of the Year?
I think it's Miranda Lambert's year. She leads all the nominations with 7. Her lifetime CMA nominations at 55, surpassing Reba McEntire with the most nominations for a female. It is finally women are getting their due. Not since the 90s have they really been recognized like this year. I believe this is her year. I believe that category, even if she didn't win, looks right. Everybody in that category looks like they belong there. They've all worked hard, and they're all representing country music in a year that was very hard to represent country music. There was no touring. They were ambassadors. So I won't go on and on, but I'm a big Miranda fan. a big fan of girl power, and I really believe this is her year.
Katie Neal.
It's hard to go after that. I'm going Carrie Underwood. I loved the Cry Pretty tour. It was amazing.
Sabrina from Queens.
I'm going Team Carrie Underwood. I think that if ACMs are any indicator of how this is going to go, I think this is her year.
Rob, what say you?
All right, I really want Eric Church to win because he's been nominated like 5 or 6 times. He's never won, and this guy opens up for himself. Did you guys know that? When he plays, he plays like 4-hour shows, and when I think of entertainer of the year, it's more than just good song. It's being an entertainer on the stage, right? So I really want Eric Church to win, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for Carrie Underwood because she's going to win, but unfortunately for Eric Church, Rob. I do think that Carrie Underwood is going to win, and it's going to be well deserved too. But I just
there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Landed that plane, Rob Stone. Landed that plane.
That's about to be a bad soundbite, Rob.
My man.
Can I get out of this hole that I dug?
Yankee Steffi says it's going to be Keith, Miranda. I think we got everybody but me, right?
Yeah.
Good.
What's your call, Addie?
All right, so I'm the deciding vote. We'll go. I'll tally these up afterwards too. I have to go Miranda Lambert. The first number one solo hit in 8 years, and then all the tours. And I don't know if she wanted to mention it, but the thing that she did and took off with our first responder Friday, Kelly Ford, Katie Neal, inspire that too. So selfishly, hopefully, maybe she'll mention that in some of the post the press conference afterwards after she wins. So. Very cool. Thanks, everybody, for jumping on. The CMAs are just about maybe 60 seconds away on ABC, so make sure you jump over there and watch that. Of course, Rob's got to get back on the radio. Kelly Ford tomorrow morning, a full recap of everything
Rob's
that...
a winner, too. Did we mention Rob and Holly were winners?
You're thinking of the
ACMs.
The last award show.
You should have won it.
I appreciate it.
That's something I spent about 10 minutes.
We were nominated, but we didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't win. But
I spent about 10 minutes yesterday making sure. I was like, wait a minute, did they? I thought they won the. Yeah, what am I crazy? What am? So anyway, thanks to everybody. Make sure you turn on ABC. You can also listen to Rob and Holly. Full recap. Missed a lot of stuff you didn't see behind the scenes with Kelly Ford tomorrow morning on New York's Country 94.7. Bye, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Bye.